see how it goes. All right. Richardson's going to pick up the quad ball, and Hattori Lindsay is not able to win a dodgeball for Brown here. Richardson looking to get around Middlebury, wrapped up by Wu. Richardson's going to get beat, and Wu's going to pick that up from Middlebury. Middlebury already starting the game off with a good defensive stop.
I'm okay with that.
Wu bringing up the quad ball slowly for Middlebury. Wu is going to pass the ball to Petty. Petty with the ball is going to pass it back to Wu on the far side. Wu fakes a pass, passes it back to Petty. Petty being looked at by Peter Hattori Lindsay. Petty's going to pass it to Alexander in the corner. Alexander goes for a pass, but Flathers is going to block it. Flathers ultimately wins that quad ball for Brown. And it looks like Brown just won dodgeball control here as well. Okay, Brown now on offense. Richardson with the quad ball up top. Richardson running towards the near side of the pitch, passes it to Flathers behind hoops. And we're going to stop playing because there's a random broom on the field. Alright, Flathers with the ball behind hoops, passes it to Pedori. Pedori back to Flathers, although I think Pedori was pretty decently beat there, and this is going to be a turnover to Middlebury. Wu with the ball for Middlebury. This game remaining scoreless. Wu with the ball. Wu passes it to Petty. Petty on the near side. Looks to run in front of the hoops. Passes it to Wu. Wu looking to get around Richardson, does some fakes, passes it to Petty. Petty goes for a shot, but Petty's going to beat out, and Flathers is going to block it. Richardson now with the quad ball, taking it slow, seeing Middlebury with the dodgeball. Oh, takes it fast, goes for the shot. Wu's going to block that though. Wu now with the ball for Middlebury.
Hey, we don't need that. Yeah, the press is fine.
Wu with the ball, passes it to Petty on the far side. Petty's going to pass it back to Wu. Wu gets tripped up while trying to juke out Richardson, but still retains the ball. Passes it to Alexander. Alexander working behind hoops, being pressured by Flathers, passes it back to Wu. Wu being pressured by Richardson, looks to make some moves, passes it to Petty. Petty is not able to catch the ball though. Chang is going to jump on that ball for Brown, and that's going to be a defensive stop made by Brown.
Yeah, hey, Will, don't settle for the shot. Patience.
Will with the ball, passes it to Flathers on the near side.
Stop mix out.
Flathers taking the ball up slowly, looks to run behind hoops. Flathers looking to dunk now. Is going to dunk on the medium hoop. That's going to be the first goal of this game. The score is now 10-0. Middlebury with the quad ball, but only one dodgeball at the moment. Wu is going to take up the ball. Middlebury is looking to set up in a diamond with Gibson on the far side, Petty on the near side, and we've got Alexander behind. Petty's going to get the ball. Petty's going to pass it back to Wu. Wu up top, looking to get around Richardson. Wu's going to pass it to Petty. Petty looking to go for a drive. Goes for it, throws it over the hoop, and that's going to roll out of bounds. Looks like we're seeing some subs. Looks like Park scoring in for the beater game, along with Boffy for Brown. Flathers with the quad ball on the far side. Flathers is going to pass it behind to Chang. Chang behind hoops, looking to shoot, is going to pass it to Richardson on the near side. Richardson is going to pass it to Flathers, but that pass is going to go way over. Flathers saves it from going out of bounds, but Brown is not close to scoring anymore. Flathers resetting, goes up, passes it to Richardson. Richardson looking to drive, drives on that small hoop, and that's going to be another goal for Brown. The score is now 20-0. Looks like we're seeing Middlebury sub in a new beater. Looks like we're seeing Lasker at beater now. Woo with the quad ball, bringing it slowly up the far side of the pitch. Woo is going to pass it to Gibson. Gibson passes it across the field to Alexander. Alexander to Woo. Woo looks for the shot and gets a great shot on that top hoop. Middlebury's first goal of the game. The score is now 20-10. But Richardson has a fast break. Richardson gets tripped up by Woo, drops the ball, and also gets beat out. And Middlebury is going to stop that fast break. Middlebury also now has dodgeball control too. And it looks like we're seeing Siegel and Nevin sub in for Middlebury. Woo is going to pass the ball to Alexander. Alexander working the ball on the near side of the pitch is going to pass it back to Woo. Woo goes for another shot, and the game is now tied 20-20. That was number 6, I think. Woo. Sorry, number 2. That was 12. Okay. It should be 20-20. All right, Richardson passes the ball to Flathers. The score is 20-20. I'll get correct. Yep, there it goes. All right, back to Richardson up top. Richardson passes the ball to Flathers. Flathers to Richardson.
Hey, beat option for Will up top. I see him. Come.
Richardson back to Flathers. Flathers about to get beat, passes it to Richardson. Richardson trying to get around Woo, gets beat, and Woo is looking to run now. Woo needs to get past Flathers though. And Woo gets it in despite being accidentally blocked by Richardson. Asua with the ball for Brown. This is the first time in the series that Middlebury has taken a lead, with the score now being 30-20. Asua is going to pass the ball to Afunlu. Afunlu is going to make a long pass to Flathers. Flathers back to Asua. Asua to Flathers. Flathers to Asua. We see a beater exchange there. Afunlu is going to jump on this ball, but is going to see major pressure. Gets the pass off to Shaw. Shaw is going to get beat off, and that's going to be a defensive stop by Middlebury there. We're seeing Middlebury play their beaters very aggressively. That seems to be the adjustment they've made this game to try to beat Brown, and it does seem to be working so far. Woo is sort of all alone right now. Woo's going to pass it to Gibson, back to Woo. Woo's going to get beat out by Park. Asua is going to pick that up, and Asua now has a pretty easy fast break opportunity. And that's going to be a goal by Asua there. Unfortunately, I think Laster made the wrong decision there. Laster really wanted Park's dodgeball there, which is understandable, but Laster probably should have held on to stop that fast break. I'm not quite sure what the stoppage is. We'll learn in a second. Oh, the stoppage is just a return of ball, so there's going to be no call in this play. The score remains 30-30, both teams tied.
8 minutes.
Yeah, each person just sent it to...
140, 140, 70, I think. 140, 60.
Brian, do you want your umbrella back? Where'd your umbrella go?
I give it back to you. I'll just steal someone's umbrella.
All the players, guys.
Foul.
All right, Wu bringing up the ball for Middlebury. Middlebury's going to get a blue card for...
Blue card!
Even beaters are not allowed to do that. It would be a blue card to a beater to do that.
Legal procedure, number 12, blue. Play game.
That's going to be a blue card on keeper Blue for delay a game. That's what's going to get the ball to Brown now.
They got two.
Asua's going to pass the ball to Shaw. Shaw being looked at by Siegel passes it back to Asua.
You got two.
Asua's going to pass it to Afunlu. Afunlu is going to pass it to Flathers. Flathers looking to drive now. Gets a shot in on the top hoop. The score is now 40-30. Wu is back in the game for Middlebury. We're seeing some beater action here with Glasser attempting to win a dodgeball back for Middlebury, but was unable to. Back to quad ball game. Alexander starting with the quad ball for Middlebury is going to pass it to Siegel, but Asua is going to be able to intercept the ball. Shaw's ultimately going to be the one that picks it up. Shaw's going to pass the ball to Asua and sub in for Richardson. Asua's going to pass the ball to Afunlu. Afunlu, with the ball on the far side, is going to pass the ball to Flathers. Flathers, being pressured by beaters, is going to try to pass it to Asua, but Wu's going to... Okay. A lot just happened there. I think Wu picked off the pass, then got beat. Asua picked it up, went for the goal, and I think there's going to be some question here about who was beaten. Goal is going to be called no good. I'm assuming Asua was off Broom's line.
Hey, yeah, bring it in,
And Middlebury's going to call a timeout here. Honestly, I have to imagine that this timeout is probably more so that Middlebury can rest. They have a pretty short roster, and this is their third game in a row. But also, it might just be to reconvene. Brown has scored a couple of goals on them now, and I think Middlebury realizes that this could be their game. Like, even though Brown ran away with the last game, this game is very close right now. Middlebury even having the lead at one point. The score right now stands at 40-30. Middlebury only needs one more goal to tie this game. I think, meanwhile, in the Brown huddle, definitely a little more hype and excitement, but also just a reminder to keep disciplined on offense, especially with their beaters. I think Brown has actually done a lot better job this game, stopping Middlebury from getting fast breaks, which is good on them. Yeah, I would still favor Brown to win this game, but I do think it's a very realistic scenario that Middlebury could take this game and lead us to a third game in this series. I don't think he heard you. Ethan!
That was 60 seconds on the time.
All right, hey, bring it in, Brown.
All right, and back to Brooms after that timeout called by Middlebury.
Let's go, Brown.
Let's get through this.
Head up to the middle. Let's go.
No one needs to talk for that damn long. No, because Riley's basketball has so much. Nobody's that getting time.
It's for commercial break.
9:24.
So secrets are allowed. 9:24.
The commercial breaks, yeah.
It looks like they're exchanging some dodgeballs
Because Brandeis needs to leave.
because Brandeis needs to leave. There we go.
Provided some.
So beaters get a little bit more leeway.
Hey, Ethan.
Secret rule is they have to begin the natural motion.
So yeah, Brown is going to start off with dodgeball control after this timeout. Middlebury has the quad ball.
You start moving your arm.
Wu's going to take the ball up slowly.
Good, Anon. Way to be, 8.
Wu's going to pass the ball to Petty. Petty working that far side, is going to pass the ball back to Wu. Wu looking for a shot, passes it back to Petty. Petty looking to drive, passes it to Wu. Wu goes for a shot on the top hoop, and that's going to be a floater put in. And the score is now tied 40, both teams.
10 minutes!
We got to be
10 minutes!
Asua bringing up the ball for Brown. Looks like Brown also lost their dodgeball during all of that.
Move that ball!
Asua is going to pass the ball to Aditi. Aditi is going to pass the ball to Asua. Asua, looking to make a shot, is going to pass the ball to Flathers on the far side. Flathers being looked at by Beater, makes a long pass to Richardson behind hoops. Richardson is going to pass it back up to Flathers. Flathers looking for a shot now. Goes around, drives, gets beat right in the foot, and that's going to be a turnover to Middlebury. Great beat there by that Middlebury Beater.
Alright, think tall thoughts. Let's go, trees.
Wu with the ball, bringing it up slowly on the far side. Is going to pass it to Petty on the near side. Petty being looked at by Asua is going to pass it back to Wu. Wu with the ball is going to pass it to Gibson. Gibson back to Wu. Wu looking for a shot, looking for an opportunity to drive. Passes it to Siegel, but the pass is going to be in. The score is now 50-40. Asua looks to fast break, but gets beat out. Passes it to Aditi. Beat on Aditi, misses. Aditi looks for the pass to Fedori. Fedori under Beater pressure gets beat. Wu's going to pick that up. There's a lot of chaos right now. Wu's going to slow it down, seeing that Brown has a Beater back. Yeah, I think Brown unfortunately should have taken that offense a lot slower. They thought they had a fast break opportunity that they simply didn't. Petty's going to pass the ball to Siegel behind hoops. Siegel back to Petty on the near side. Petty looking to run in front of the hoops, goes for a shot on the middle hoops, does not go in, but is going to go to Nevin. Asua is going to catch that shot, and it's going to be a Brown ball now. Richardson gets beat. Wu is going to pick that up. Wu goes for the shot. Shot is going to miss.
Yeah! Lock in! Come on!
Blunders by both teams there, honestly. I feel like Wu should have closed the distance on that shot more. I think Wu did have time to do that. I also think Richardson needs to see that beater there. But Flathers with the ball for Brown now. Passes it to Richardson behind hoops. Richardson, long pass to Aditi. Aditi picks it up, but that's going to be a reset use. Aditi gets beat out, but not before throwing the ball. But Petty's going to be able to pick up that ball for Middlebury. Petty with the ball, passes it to Siegel. Siegel is unable to catch the ball. Siegel now being pressured by Flathers. Flathers wraps at Siegel. Siegel gets off the pass to Petty. Petty kicks it to Nevin. Nevin goes for the shot. Shot is not going to go in though. Wu is going to pick that up. And finally, Brown has a dodgeball back on defense. Wu with the ball. Passes it to Petty. Petty goes for a shot, but it's blocked by Fedori, and Flathers is going to jump on that for Brown. Great defensive stop there. It looks like we're going to see Hattori Lindsay sub back in for Brown. Flathers with the ball on the near side. Flathers is going to pass the ball to Richardson. Richardson back to Flathers. Flathers back to Richardson. Richardson looking to run towards that far side of the pitch. Passes it to Aditi. Aditi looks to run towards hoops, passes it back to Fedori. Fedori dodges a beat, gets wrapped up, and gets a shot on the top hoop. Great play there by Fedori.
Out of way, Sonic! Out of way, kid!
The score is now tied with both teams having 50 points. Wu bringing the ball up slowly for Middlebury on the far side of the pitch. Wu passes the ball to Petty. Petty with the ball passes it to Wu. Wu goes for a shot and it goes in on the small hoop. The score is now 60-50. Middlebury maintaining a lead in this game.
Hey, can I get Ethan?
And Brown's going to call for a timeout now. Yeah, I think Brown is seeing that this game is starting to slip from now. They're going to call this timeout to regroup, re-strategize, and refresh. Middlebury has really picked up the steam here. I think the secret has really relied on their beaters being extra aggressive. I think Brown is having a difficult time playing against that right now, and I imagine that in their huddle they're talking about how to strategize there. I think Middlebury right now is probably just trying to catch a breath as a short roster team. Probably talking a little strategy, but I think probably just also patting themselves on the back for being in the lead this game.
Are you not supposed to run around?
No, it's just for reference.
Oh, yes. So that too.
So it might be much better.
Which is proportionally much
I was going to be like, I'll watch a couple of games and I'll see what it says. Not rapping, and then we also have players.
Alright, and Brown players are returning back to their grooves.
I like how Brown called the timeout, but they're also the first to go back.
Time check.
14:42.
Time is 14:42. Score is 6-5. Middlebury.
Looks like Brown also used the opportunity to make some subs here.
I've noticed.
You're welcome, Bradley.
And 14:42.
Head ref Ethan keeping us in suspense here, and play has now resumed. Flather's bringing the ball up for Brown.
There's a lot of pain and venom in that, I noticed, which I appreciate.
Hey, and I love you.
Flather's with the ball. Flather's passes the ball off to Chang on the far side. Chang now with the ball, looks to run behind
15
him.
minutes!
Not Tommy! Chang goes for a pass to go. Goes one for a pass to get it. Richardson's going to pick it up. Richardson gets around Petty. Richardson is looking to drive now. Passes off to Chang. Chang drops the pass. But Chang and Richardson are almost able to win the ball back from Middlebury, but are unable to.
Immediately and then run to get green, because your flag will pick up yellow and make the play.
Wu bringing the ball up slowly for Middlebury. Middlebury seems to be in a box of some sort. Petty gets the ball on the near side. Petty, with the ball, is going to pass it back to Wu. Wu passes it to Petty. Petty passes it to Sydney. Alexander goes for the shot, but Flathers is going to block it. Wu picks up the ball. Wu looks to run for the far side, looks for the shot, passes it to Gibson. Gibson gets beat out, and Brown is going to have a defensive stop there. Flathers with the ball, running up the far side of the pitch, passes it back to Richardson. Richardson passes it to Flathers. Flathers to Chang behind hoops. Chang looking to run in, is going to pass it to Go. Go being wrapped up by Alexander, drops the ball, Alexander recovers that. Go picks it right back up, but Wu is ultimately going to win that ball for Middlebury.
Just the move that works in that position, you gotta work on, like, when the pass is to the outside, you gotta roll with it and use it to turn your momentum around the player. Because, yeah, if you just stand there and catch the ball,
Wu with the ball, taking it slowly. Wu's going to pass the ball to Alexander. Alexander bringing the ball to the far side, passes it to Wu. Wu passes it to Petty, but the pass is a little too hot, and that's going to be a turnover to Brown.
I like it.
17-18.
Flathers with the ball for Brown.
Hey, pick up the pace, guys! Why are we walking?
Flathers long pass to Richardson behind him. Richardson to Chang on the far side. Chang gets beat. I think, yeah, that's going to be a turnover to Middlebury. Wu looking to make a fast break here, but it's going to get past Flathers. Oh, side blocks Wu. And Chang is going to fight Gibson for the ball. And that's going to be a great defensive stop by the Brown Chasers, you see there.
Look up!
Flathers is going to take the ball, go a little more slowly. Brown does have dodgeball control here. Flathers is going to pass the ball to Richardson. Richardson, being looked at by Wu, is going to pass the ball to Chang. Chang with the ball on the far side.
Come to you. Be aggressive.
Looking to get behind hoops, but is pressured by Beater. Chang still with the ball, passes it back to Richardson. Richardson looking to get around Wu. Big pass to Flathers. Flathers needs to get past Alexander. Gets past Alexander. Goes for a shot in the medium hoop. And Brown is now tied this game. The score is now 60-60. And it looks like Siegel is back in the Chaser game. We're seeing last year beatings again.
19 minutes!
The chaser, that's Jocelyn Chang.
Wu is going to pass it to Alexander. Alexander on the far side, looking to run behind hoops, passes it back to Wu. Pass is not very great though, and that almost rolls out of bounds. Wu picks up the ball. Oh.
No, that was it.
Ref might be calling boundary here. Yeah, ref is going to call boundary on that, which means it's going to be a turnover to Flathers on Brown. Flathers has a great fast break opportunity here, but is going to need to get around Wu. This is going to be a very interesting matchup to see.
That's it. Oh, yeah, I'm so for you.
Yeah, I apologize that you can only sort of see Flathers' legs here, but... Alright, Flathers looking to run, needs to get around Wu, passes it to Richardson. Richardson catches the pass, and that's going to be a great goal by Brown. Good job on Flathers seeing that pass to Richardson.
Hook it!
1930!
That's still yours.
Come on, Eddie, let's go! Just turtle!
Wu with the ball. Beater's wrapped up right now. Passes it to Alexander. Alexander rips a shot. I don't think the shot was called good though. The score is 70-60. Brown retaking the lead in this game. And as we're about to approach the final score.
Good, Tommy, good.
3, 2, 1, 20 minutes!
So we're at the 20-minute mark. Middlebury has dodgeball control right now, which is key going into the secret
Give the
floor.
time to cook. Let's go.
I'm imagining we're going to see Brown try to make a play for that second dodgeball. Flathers is going to pass the ball to Sai.
Let's go, Matty.
Sai, with the ball on the near side, passes it to Flathers, who immediately gets wrapped by Wu. Flathers looks to run at hoops, gets beat out, and this is going to be the 20-minute mark with Alexander picking up the ball for Middlebury. Alright, we're at the 20-minute mark. Brown has a 1-point lead. This has been even closer than the last game. Last game, I think Brown maintained a lead or were tied with Middlebury throughout the game. This game, Middlebury's been in the lead for most of it by only 1 goal granted. But I think it's really a testament to Middlebury's beaters. They played a lot more aggressively this game. It's sort of... And it's definitely caused some chaos for the Brown defense, which has allowed Middlebury to score more. Meanwhile, I sort of think Brown's been playing the same game that they're playing last game. I think they need to adjust their defense more to account for those aggressive Middlebury beaters. But besides that, I think they just keep doing what they're doing and they can win this game. Yeah, you can see our seeker, Stephen Tremple, running out here. Catching the flag runner will be worth 35 points. And the set score is 130, so whichever team hits that set score first will win this game. I think in terms of seeking, I would get the advantage to Brown. Brown has had a really good seeking this year, and it looks like we're going to see Asua seek this game for Brown once again. It looks like on Middlebury's end, they're also going to be throwing out Nevins again. So we'll see the same matchup as last game.
We're eating
Hey, feet up. Taps to free Karsten when they're available, right? Yeah.
Middlebury is going to be starting off with dodgeball control going into this. We'll see where they commit their dodgeballs. I have a feeling we might see dodgeballs in pop.
D up,
We'll
Julie,
see.
D up.
Wu with the ball.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And it looks like Blaster is looking to beat Aswa here. Aswa's going to run very far behind, very far around. Alexander gets the quad ball, passes it to Petty. Petty is not able to catch it though, and that is going to be an inbound by Brown there. Turning to flag runner while we're retrieving the quad ball, we're seeing Nevins get some one-on-one time with Steven.
Clear that. Yup, good. Let's go,
Nevins is going to get beat, and Aswa now has one-on-one time with Trimble. Aswa almost catches, but is unable to.
Keep going.
Flathers has the quad ball, is going to pass it to Chang on the far side.
He's coming. There's Seeker's head.
Chang with the ball passes it back to Flathers. Flathers pressured by Wu, gets around Wu, passes it to Afulu. Afulu with the ball behind, gets wrapped up by Petty, and Petty's going to win that ball for Middlebury. Petty passes the ball to Wu. Wu needs to get around Flathers. Wu's going to pass the ball back to Petty. Petty looking for a shot, gets blocked by Richardson. Great block there. Flathers gets the ball. Meanwhile, Nevins is getting some alone time with Tremple, our flag runner.
Junior, get rid of him.
Flathers is going to pass the ball to Richardson. Richardson behind hoops. Being looked at by Alexander, waiting for more support before doing it. And it looks like we have a flag running catch here by Aswa potentially. Sorry the camera didn't catch it, but unfortunately the quad ball play was on the complete opposite side of the field. And the catch is instantly called good. The score is now 105-60. Brown only need 3 more goals to put this game away. Middlebury needing 7.
All right, hey, offense doesn't stop, Brown.
We
Let's
see
go.
Richardson being looked at by Alexander here. Richardson runs around Alexander, gets a shot on the top hoop, and just like that, Brown only needs 2 more goals to win this game.
Let's go, Brown. And control.
Probably wasn't the right decision. Don't you love that bad decisions get rewarded?
Wu with the ball.
I think his eyes were on the beater and just the motion that was happening, and I think he was ready to shoot.
Wu's going to pass the ball to Petty on the far side. Petty being looked at by Afungu, passes it back to Wu. Wu looking for a shot, looking to get around Flathers. Goes for the shot, but Chang's going to pick that up for Brown.
Hang out. Good, Junior, good.
Flathers is going to start off with this ball. Flathers being looked at by Laster. Flathers running, passes it off to Richardson. Richardson gets a goal in. Wait, was that a goal?
I think they said
Oh, it was called beat before. I apologize. Wu now with a fast break opportunity. Needs to get around Flathers. Wu slows down a bit, goes for the shot on the medium hoop, and that is going to go in. The score is now 115-70.
I need you to be on the dodgeball or on the quad ball on that. I need quad ball. It's a fast break.
115. Well, I guess. Snitches were
Flathers
35.
with the ball,
It's very important to count that.
passes it to Chang on the near side. Chang looking to run behind hoops,
Asterisk play.
passes it to Go. Go pressured by Beater, back to Chang. Chang and Siegel are going to fight for this ball. Chang will win it ultimately. Chang is going to pass the ball to Go. Go is going to pass the ball to no one. Flathers is going to fight to pick it up but get beat. Wu now has the ball. Wu needs to get past Richardson though if Wu wants his fast break. Wu's unable to get past Richardson. Richardson dodges a beat. And Flathers has an amazing block. Oh my god, some incredible defensive plays there by that Brown team.
Hey, Tommy, what is that? That's the effort.
And yeah, that will be an inbound by Middlebury since Brown was the one to knock it out. So Brown is not quite out of getting scored, but they were able to stop the goal for the meantime. Wu with the ball, bringing it up top, waiting for chasers to also get up top.
So, like, what are you going to do?
Wu passes it to Petty. Petty drops the ball. Siegel's going to pick it up. Passes it to Petty. Petty with the ball now. Goes for a shot. It's not going to go in. Wu eventually gets the ball in on the medium hoop. The score is now 115-80. Brown in the lead. Set score is 130.
The only other score for the goalie was the goalie if the goalie
Blathers with the ball for Brad.
Got control.
Blathers passes the ball to Midori right by him. Midori back to Blathers. Blathers wants a shot here, but is worried right around the far side, using a pick set by goal. Blathers goes for a pass to Richardson, but Alexander's going to hit the ball. And that's going to be Middlebury ball.
1186, 131. What was the problem?
Wu with the ball for Middlebury. Wu scoring past the ball to Petty. Petty passes it back to Wu. Wu looking to get around Blathers. Blathers is scoring pressure Wu outside, trying to force a reset. Wu has a long pass to Siegel, but Midori is going to jump on that. Siegel ultimately wins the ball, and there's going to be a call on this play, potentially. And there's going to be a yellow card here on Midori. We'll hear what the ref has to say.
Contact, push from behind.
And this is going to be called a push from behind to be a yellow card for Midori on Brown. Midori will get released in a minute or until Middlebury scores.
Yeah, Juju.
Blathers is going to win that ball from Brown. Blathers looks to pass to Richardson. Richardson passes a little too high from Richardson. Richardson does pick up the ball, but needs to get around Alexander now. Richardson gets around Alexander, goes for the shot, but Wu blocks it. Blathers now picks up the ball, goes for a shot on the top hoop. It's going to miss.
All right, hey.
Richardson
take
is
a
going to be
breath.
able to pick up the
Take
ball,
a
but
breath.
that is going to be a reset used by Brown.
Ethan, you have the hoop, Ethan.
And Brown is going to request that the hoop on Middlebury's side be put up.
All right, hey. Hey, Brown, breathe. Back straight close now, right? Set up and let's go.
All right, Brown does have dodgeball control here, but they are missing a chaser at the moment. Richardson with the ball, passes it to Go on the far side. Go looking to run behind hoops. Gets behind hoops.
Yeah, they're feeding him.
Is going to pass it to Blathers. Blathers immediately gets beat by Laster. Ball rolls out of bounds, and that's going to be inbound by Middlebury.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And Midori is now being released by
Go,
from the
go!
penalty
No,
box.
yeah. I said a thing that you were doing, and it was already true.
Alexander bringing the ball on the near side, looking to go behind hoops. Alexander is going to pass the ball to Gibson. Gibson to Petty. Petty tries to pass to Wu, but Blathers is going to catch that. Blathers gets by Wu, and this should be an easy goal for Brown here. And the score is wound 125 to 80. Brown only needing one more goal to win this game and win the series as a whole.
There is simply no need for that much yelling.
Wu bringing up the ball slowly. Looks like Middlebury is making some beater subs. It's very important here that Middlebury is able to score some goals and keep Brown from scoring if they want to win this game. Wu's going to pass the ball to Alexander on the near side. Alexander far past the Petty, a little too high though, and that's going to be a turnover to Brown.
They just like, with the first game, they just like, it was less close. Have 10 people, you know? With the first game, it was less close.
Blathers with the ball,
Hey, set is 130.
running
right,
up.
Ryan?
Yes.
Says 130. Blathers, long pass to Richardson. Richardson gets a small hoop.
I'm glad.
A beautiful goal to end this game and also end this series. The final score being 135 to 80. Brown is officially the winners of MQC D2 and has earned promotion to D1 for next year. My name's Ryan Silverman. Thank you for tuning in today, and I hope you have a good day.